Hey, you guys, Paul Darby here. It is September the 12th. All right, so I'm going to tell you a brief story, and it is about you. And you'll understand why very quickly, and this video won't be very long. I would offer that if you have any passion or dream, if you're thinking, if you're not dull-witted, I won't rabbit trail, but I'll say this. I just went to Walmart to pick up a prescription, and that's a pharmacy. And they are working there without one person with a spirit of excellence. And I'm looking at the people walking around, and it's like, it's catching up with you people, isn't it? The drive-through food every day that's poisoned, the GMOs, the television, the constant stress. They're slow-witted and dull. There are a lot of people, I don't hate them. God says, love my people. I mean, it's a little difficult when I'm behind them in line. Okay, back to the you part. If you are not that person, if you have some fire and some desire and some life in you, for goodness sakes, hold on to it. I was in, um, I did a team build for a company, started almost 3 years ago. They've paid me a little over 65,000 so far. I get a check every month, regular as clockwork. There is another company that has paid me 22 or 24,000, and I got checks regular as clockwork. The reason I left that company is because I left to start my own company because of a phone call I got from somebody I've always called Mr. X, and I started my own Mr. X traffic company, which right now, by the way, is crushing it. Has been for 7, 8 years. So there's two big groups. Now, I was involved with a $50 million a year earner, seller. His company was doing 50 million a year. He was vice president. And then the other fellow was vice president. Oh, I can't remember the name of his company. The other fellow was vice president of marketing of a group called StomperNet, multi-millions. And I invited them to do a traffic app. That was the netmillionairesclub.com. Well, then I end up being contacted by somebody and having a source of publishers that I could pay, and I could have all the traffic I wanted on demand. But I was not to give out my source because that's not what, anyway. We pull right back to the new thing and then I'm done. These two separate groups got together. One's a high technology company on internet stuff, and the other is, well, they are too, but in a different way. They put together an idea. And I'll say this, those of you that have joined Siphon under me or Viral Lightning, it's kind of similar to that. Not real close, but there's a viral component that will be the missing link for internet marketers all over the world. 3 last things. This will not be one of the launches that you get, the daily, hourly launches. This is different. I will compare it to somebody like Russell Brunson who launched ClickFunnels. Any of you that aren't in ClickFunnels, do you ever go, man, I wish I'd have joined that when it was so sweet? Well, you still could, right? However, there are some things that have launched and they've been big and they've been rock solid and they've been steady. Think of like GVO, of ClickFunnels. There's several. They're rare, but there's still been a lot because there's so many millions of launches every hour now. Do you know, I'll say this real quick, in the late 90s and early 2000s, there was several of us, about a dozen, that we would talk to each other before we did a launch, so we didn't cross each other's launches, because we had that much play on the internet. We teamed up a couple of times and did, I don't know if you know what Retrovol is. We did that when it came out as a product. That's the thing found in red wine. This marketing group of these individuals, we launched it. You remember Tony Little with the ponytail, the gazelle? We launched that. We launched a bunch of stuff that they came to us to do because we were in the United States. We were some of the biggest. And it's not like that anymore, at least not for me. I'm not that big anymore because there's so many people and it just got so big. It's different. It's just different now. This new platform, I would expect, will be the thing that people look back on and say, "Wish I'd have gotten into that one." You know how we all do. Wish I'd have gotten into Facebook on day one. Wish I'd have bought Microsoft stock on day one. Wish I'd have got McDonald's on day one. You're going to have the chance to. There'll be some effort involved. It'll be an easy sale, as easy as anything sells online. But if you get in and put a little effort in on this and put your heart in and commit to this is going to be it, I believe you'll create, last story, I had a company that flew me. Where did they fly me? Was it Utah somewhere in the mountains? They said, "Look, we'll come get you in a nice plane. We will pick you up in a limousine. You will eat steaks, seafood. We will feed you, like we will put you in the Hilton, and we will wine and dine you." And they invited me to come do a launch of a big product. This isn't a thing where you're going to be invited to do the launch because you're not in the position that I was. I'm 61 years old. I've been doing this 20 years. I earned a place at the table that was of high honor. Thank you, God. But this can get you to that place. This can get you at the table with a different thing, in a different home, driving a different car, with a different life experience, where people treat you differently because you will be different. You can go high success with this, the internet dream. There's not much chances of that, too much anymore. I mean, it's just a big, every 30 minutes, it's a new software that you'll never have to buy another. When what we can hope for is we buy a software that we can do pretty good with for a while. Not many of this comes along, and I can get you in at the very top. It's like I'm your rich uncle, and you happen to come over, and I went, you know what? I might have something for you. I'm going to put a link below. Go get on the link. I want you to start stirring your spirit up, believing in yourself. You're going to have to get some belief back. If you're kicked to the curb so hard you don't believe in anything, you're going to die out there like that. You're going to be lost in the mind, lost in the underwater cave, and 5 feet further before you got to the ladder that went to the top, you just quit and gave up. And when the rescuers came, they found you 5 foot from the ladder. That's where you're at right now. I got you right there with this. This is like something that dreams were made of. This is this is past a lucky break. This will be an answer to prayer for many of you. All right, that's what I got. See you soon. Love you. Bye.